What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Wow, things are really heating up. Looks like Top Rank's Bob Arum just did an interview. I want to talk about what he said, and it was taking shots at Golden Boy. He was responding to Golden Boy Vice President Eric Gomez and some really like an interview he did. And basically, he said they're honing in on an opponent for September for Canelo. And he says one of the people they were interested was Manny Pacquiao. But from what he heard through the grapevine, Pacquiao has a deal to fight Adrian Broner. So they had to take Pacquiao off the list. And this is Bob Arum's response. The fact is they never called, referring to they as Golden Boy, the fact is they never called us about a Pacquiao fight, which means they should stay away from who Pacquiao's going to fight next or if he's going to fight next. It wasn't a situation where they said, we didn't go after Pacquiao to fight Canelo because Pacquiao already has an opponent. That's bullshit. He also goes on to say, we still don't have an opponent. We're working on possible opponents, but again, they are fighting Liam Smith and looking for 1,700 different excuses to justify a Liam Smith fight, which is the height of idiocy. I mean, Liam Smith isn't even the best fighter in his family. I think he's 3 in his family. And then he goes on to say he doesn't know Pacquiao got a seat in the Senate, doesn't know if he's going to continue fighting. Now, I got to give my 2 thoughts. And I tell you guys time and time again, new media, it pays to be truthful with yourself. I don't care who you like, what fighters you like, what promoters you like. Be real with yourself. The people who are radical in the comment section and they're just spouting off at the mouth with emotion instead of factually thinking, and they can't admit when they're wrong, this is where it always comes back to haunt you. Because I did some recent videos referring to the Canelo-Liam Smith fight. I don't like it. Liam Smith is very unproven for a champion, easily the weakest resume as a 154-pound champion. And there, again, there's guys at 154 with no belt that have proven more to me because I've seen him. Vanes Martirosyan, he's the perfect person that comes to mind. We've seen him. He's an Olympian. He just gave Laura 2 tough fights. Been in there with Willie Nelson, knocked Demetrius Andrade down, etc., etc. So it just pays to be real with yourself. There's a lot of fans who try to sway and deflect and, oh, only Flomos and TMT lovers and black people, they're the only ones saying anything bad about Canelo versus Liam Smith. And they want to distract you with that. They are only, like I say at the beginning of my Ego Valley videos, or like Tupac said, they are only here to cause distractions. Because you have Bob Arum, a person who's been in the industry for years, since Muhammad Ali, rest in peace, and he's Jewish, he's not black, and he's saying the same thing. They are looking for 1,700 different excuses to justify a Liam Smith fight, which is the height of idiocy. And one thing that Bobby said that I didn't even know, I just recently found out that Caleb Smith was related to Liam Smith. I found that out a couple weeks ago after the rumors were circulating that Canelo may fight Liam Smith. But I didn't realize he was related to Paul Smith either. I covered Andre Ward versus Paul Smith in Oakland. I covered that fight, met Paul Smith, and I had no idea. That just goes to show you, I report boxing, met his brother, Paul Smith. I mean, I might have even met Liam Smith. I just didn't know who he was. I don't remember. I don't know if he came out or whatever. And I didn't even realize that Paul Smith, Andre Ward, the guy that Andre Ward stopped, was related to Liam Smith. So like what Bob Arum is saying, he's not even the best fighter in his family. So not to mention the 154-pound division, he's not the best champion there or the best fighter there. At least he hasn't proven it. He's not even the best in his family. You know what I mean? Paul Smith gave Arthur Abram a tough fight. He fought Andre Ward. You look at Caleb Smith. I do know about Caleb Smith. He has power. And Liam Smith ain't even the most proven in his family. Look at his resume versus his brother's resume. Look at their ceilings versus his. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to pit a family against each other, but what he's saying is true, right? And it's just sad that fans refuse to just bow out gracefully and just admit when something's not a good fight. I mean, Golden Boy, I think, from what I see, it looks like they're just doing damage control. They realize Canelo vacating and all this different stuff, losing a lawsuit. They realize that this is hurting Canelo's brand. So they're looking for ways out and they're trying to relieve the pressure. So that's why it's all too convenient. Oh, we're going to fight Golovkin. We got a verbal agreement. Nothing on paper, but we got a verbal agreement to fight him in 2017. Yeah. So people could be like, okay, we have something to look forward to. And then just like, let's cut him some slack. But the proof is in the pudding. If you really want to make a fight, you could easily put it to paper, right? And the Liam Smith fight just it's not making any sense to me. And it's funny to hear a top promoter like Bob Arum who's saying the same thing. But when I say it, they say, oh, you hate Canelo. So Arum hates Canelo too. And everyone else who disagrees. You guys try to make it a race thing. But again, you got people of all walks of life. I've talked to Mexican fans who said, I'm really disappointed in Canelo. I hope he doesn't fight Liam Smith, right? Bob Arum. You got all kinds of people from all walks of life, different creeds, different ages, everything. And it's a good fight is a good fight. You just got to admit it. And it just doesn't make sense. Even if they called Top Rank to make a Pacquiao fight, Pacquiao, it looks like he could make 140 still. You know what I mean? He made a catch weight of 144, I think, versus Algieri. He looked smaller than Mayweather when they fought. He's fighting at 47. Why should Canelo, who can clearly, he weighed, his 30-day weigh-in, he weighed within a pound of what Triple G weighed in. He was a middleweight champion before he gave Triple G his belt. Why should he keep fighting welterweights when you're in the stacked junior middleweight division with a lot of threats at middleweight? And he's clearly big enough. So even the Pacquiao fight, yeah, it makes business, it makes money and two big names, but you just fought a welterweight in Amir Khan. When are you going to fight a credible person around your size? You know what I mean? Or bigger than you. Test your skill. Like, it's not making sense. And then the person that most likely you're going to choose, Liam Smith, is the least accomplished person that's actually a junior middleweight. It's really not looking good, to be honest. There's no other way to put it. I'll be surprised if it's a rabbit out the hat or something that we didn't expect. It looks like he's probably going to fight Liam Smith. But if he doesn't, kudos. Hopefully it is someone better, because that's what boxing needs. And I think a guy who is in the spotlight and being pushed as the future of boxing, yeah, I think he should be fighting. You got guys like Lada, clear the air with that fight. Laura had title defenses, still has a belt. You got Demetrius Andrade, who fought a bigger power puncher, dominated one every round, knocked him down a gang of times, then stopped him, who he's never been stopped. Willie Nelson hadn't been stopped. And Liam Smith is the topic of conversation for Golden Boy's cash cow. Just not looking good. Drop in the comment section. Make sure you like my video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.